The gadgets you see right here basically live on me. This is my personal everyday carry. The things that I just keep in my pocket, have in my backpack, or at least in my car. This is the stuff I can't live without and I take with me everywhere. All right, so let's start off with the obvious. I've got my phone over here. This is the iPhone 16 Pro Max. And we don't even have to go too deep into it. This has been out for almost a year now. It's almost time to swap it out. Now you might be wondering, Judd, where's your other phone? Well, the other phone isn't always the same thing every time. So I'm not including it here. I always try to keep an Android phone in my backpack so that I can, have the best of both worlds. But that's always changing. This guy, not so much. Only thing that you'll see that changes here probably the case. This is a really dope case that I got from this company called Unicraft. It actually has titanium alloy plate inside, or a frame inside, with a PC plate, TPU edges. Like, this thing has more than enough protection for the phone, so I love it. But it also has like this really dope looking design. It also comes with this lens guard, and it also has like a built-in kickstand with that lens guard. So whenever I want to watch content, I can just kind of drop it down. I can angle it the way I want to. I actually have a few different cases on rotation. This is the one I've been rocking for like the past couple of weeks. So this thing is sick. I absolutely love it. Also has like a really strong MagSafe magnet in the back. So this thing has been dope. That's what I've been using. Also close to that is going to be my Apple Watch. I've been getting into watches lately, so sometimes I'll swap it out for like a standard watch. But other than that, like, this is my go-to. I sleep with this thing every night. Usually it's the one on my wrist. And this is the Apple Watch Ultra 2, obviously the black version, but I've got it on a Nomad strap. This is the glow-in-the-dark Nomad strap, which surprisingly is still available. This is their second iteration. It doesn't look like it's glow in the dark, but this thing glows like this super dope blue. But this is pretty much like a staple for me. I can't do the naked wrist thing, so this is what's always on it if I'm not doing like a normal watch. It's pretty much the Apple Watch, especially with the sleep apnea features. I have this on literally every single night. So this is like almost glued to me at this point. So those are like pretty standard stuff, right? But now when it comes into like more of like that personal life, when it comes to like my keys, this is what I've been using as my setup. Now you might be thinking, Judd, this is not really tech, but actually there's some like really cool stuff here. So, Spigen, we love us some Spigen cases over here. They actually make some other products that are outside of the realm of like phone cases and screen protectors. They sell like keychains and that kind of stuff. This is actually the most slimmed down version of my keys in years. They came out with this really dope setup. It's called a Spigen Life magnetic keychain, like key holder. It's actually pretty interesting. So you have like your little clip that you can throw onto your belt. I don't do that, throw it into my back pocket. But what's interesting about this is that you can actually pop off the bottom and swap it out with a different one. The key holder actually has 3 slots to hold these little magnetic keychains. So you can actually switch between the different keychains for what you're gonna be doing for the day. So if you, let's say, work at different places or you visit different places throughout the week, that's actually really convenient if you don't wanna feel like a janitor, which is what I've felt like for years. And this is like the game changer for me. So instead of carrying around all of the key fobs for our cars, now I have them each on one of these magnetic key rings. And I can just grab the fob that I need for the day, pop it in there, and I'm pretty much good to go. This is, when I tell you guys, life-changing for me. I'll show you all what I was walking around with before. It was not pretty. So this is a relatively new change, but it's massive. Now I did make some modifications. I had to add this little component to it so that I can have my normal keys always on it instead of having to add those onto like the key rings. So this part holds all of my keys and my AirTag. And whenever I need to grab a key fob for the car I'm driving, boom. Now where I store my actual keys, this is actually from Ridge. So this is a Ridge key holder or key organizer. This one looks really dope, so I had to grab it. It looks good, keeps the keys nice and clean. And I have my AirTag, all necessary because if I don't have this AirTag, I will misplace these. And these guys will tell you, I misplace things all the time. Like literally multiple times a day, I'm asking someone, did you see XYZ?
Yeah, he's always losing stuff.
So AirTags are a must. And while we're on the topic of Spigen, now I don't keep that on my belt loop, but I do keep this one. This right here is a Spigen titanium keychain pocket knife. This doesn't look anything like a pocket knife, but you can actually just pop it open and boom. Titanium knife right here. Y'all know me. I unbox things on a daily basis, so this is extremely useful. And what's nice about this is it doesn't look like I'm walking around with a giant pocket knife. This is really low key. It's plenty sharp enough to open up boxes. Like I wouldn't use this if I needed like the sharpest thing in the world, but it gets the job done for me. And it's just like, it's so small, it just works. It also has this like a belt clip over on this side. So if you wanted to clip this onto your belt, you could, and then maybe, you know, have like your keys attached to it as well. So it's meant to be like a keychain ring, but that's not how I use it. I use it for straight up unboxings. And this thing is like 20 bucks. Absolute no brainer for me. Now, if you guys have been following this channel for years, then you probably know I can't live without a nice clean screen. And so I'm always walking around with a microfiber. Microfibers are essential. We have like a million of them in our studio, but I also walk around with this guy right here. This is microfiber solution in a case that's basically wrapped with like a microfiber material. So I can basically walk around with this, grab a screen, give it a little spray, and then wipe it down. Now, this works, but you do have to use like the whole body to get the most out of it. And it does a pretty good job. I do think that this is more effective. I've always got to have at least one of these on me at all times. This is more of the stuff that goes in my backpack. I used to keep this on my keychain, but I ended up moving to the backpack because I'm trying to slim down the keychain. But these are always on me at all times. Now, this right here, I get a lot of hate from the people around me about. This is a pocket flashlight. I use flashlights a lot. Like, whether it's on my phone, I've got it mapped right to my action button. I have it mapped to the action button on my watch too. Like maybe I'm blind and I don't know. Scared of the dark, whatever you want to call it. I always have to have one on me. And these little flashlights are actually really dope. This is from a company called UrAvgConsumer. I don't know. I found them on Amazon. They make a lot of different versions. This one I particularly like because I think it's like 1100 lumens. So that means it's extremely bright, has SOS effects. If you happen to get lost outside or something, or you need help, you can turn that on. It also has this side flashlight. And basically you get like a wide distribution of light like this. The base is magnetic, so you can attach it to like the hood of a car or anything that'll help you out in the moment. Like if I were to just put it right there and then bam, like I can illuminate my area with no problem. What's also dope about this one is that it's got this built-in UV light. You can go ahead and use that. Like let's say you're in a hotel, you wanna make sure that there's nothing funky going on with the sheets. You know, you use a black light, make sure everything is all good. I personally just like to make my glow-in-the-dark watch band glow with this. But yeah, this is, for me, a must-have. You're always gonna find one of these on me. Gene, you're a hater. But there's a lot of different versions. I've tested my fair share of them. I'll include my favorites down below. Don't say all of them, G. But yeah, that's dope. Like a little portable flashlight, I mean, you can't go wrong. Now for my wallet, I've got this guy. This is a Nomad AirTag holder. So I've got an AirTag right here. This goes into one of the slots in my wallet. Told you, I misplace things all the time. Wallet being one of them. That precision finding has been a godsend. I love Apple for creating that. So this is a must. Like I've tried other wallet trackers. They work, they're effective, but the precision finding, they can't do it. And so I can't help but stick with the AirTag. I kind of hate it because it adds this huge hump to my wallet, but I also know the mess I'll be in without it. So it's one of those things you just kind of gotta live with. But I'm glad Nomad at least makes it a little bit easier to take it around. So must have for me, always in the wallet. And of course, earbuds. I've got the AirPods Pro 2. So simple, everybody knows it, nothing too special here. I do have it in a Spigen case. I also really like this one case from Alumu, but that's if I want to just keep it in my backpack. It adds a lot of bulk. It's like really cool looking, but if I want to just have like a nice standard case that like is close to the overall form factor, this one from Spigen is really, really nice. It's durable. I actually ended up cutting off the little piece on the side. I think there's like a little loop so that you can connect it to like your keychain or something. I didn't need all that. So I actually did like a clean slice off so I didn't have to deal with that. And now it is a much better version. Now you guys know me, I'm a guy who likes to be prepared. So over here, we actually have something else from Nomad. This right here is the Nomad charge key. And it's basically this tiny USB-C cable. And you can throw this onto like your key ring or something. And what's great about this guy is that it supports 240 watts of charging. So like if you wanted to charge up your MacBook or something and you misplaced your cable, you could easily use this and like a powerful wall adapter and still charge your device. This is great for like portable chargers or something, but it also supports actual data up to 10 gigabits. And so it's a really fast USB-C cable. So if you're in a pinch and you don't have a cable for charging, or maybe connecting an SSD or something, or maybe just using a portable charger, this right here, 25 bucks, could be a lifesaver. I take this thing everywhere. This doesn't go on the keys now, but it's always in the backpack at least, so I know I have something on me just in case. Now here we've got one of those things that for me is a must-have and I gotta take everywhere. These both are portable SSDs, but with the iPhone in mind. I'm a content creator, so I shoot a lot of video with my iPhone, and the best quality video that you can get out of here eats up a lot of storage. So with this from Lexar, this is the 2 terabyte Lexar Professional Go. So with this, I could just plug it right into my iPhone. And just like that, I've got 2 terabytes of extra storage right on my phone. And now with this plugged in, I can shoot over 4 hours of ProRes footage. So that's a ton of footage, especially for this file format. And what's nice is I can go from shooting directly on my phone, popping this out, plugging it directly into a laptop, and I can start editing right on this. So I can like make the project on the SSD, edit all of the footage on this because it's insanely fast. And it's just so tiny and convenient, being able to go from shooting footage to plugging it in and editing from it, and boom, you're done. So this, I've always got this on me. If I don't have my backpack with me, I've got it in the cup holder of my car. I just always make sure I'm traveling with this guy. It's a must. And if it's not this Lexar Professional Go, it's this Corsair, I believe it's the EX400U. So it's either one of these two. This one's nice because it's MagSafe. I can plop it down over here, plug a cable in from here and into here. And basically it's the same deal, 2 terabytes. I can go from shooting to editing on the same drive, and you have like a ton of storage in these compact bodies. So these two are my absolute go-tos, and I take at least one of these everywhere. Now over here, this is like pretty much a new thing, but this has been really, really helpful for me. This is the Plod Note Pin. This is an AI voice recorder. So basically what this will do is it will record voices or dialogue. Imagine like a lecture or a meeting. And basically when your meeting is done, you can stop recording, go into the app, and you get a full transcript of the entire meeting, and you get an amazing breakdown with all kinds of notes, action plans, highlights, summaries, all the things that you would want to take away from that kind of conversation, and you have access to everything right there. It's been so helpful since I got my hands on this that I have to take it everywhere. Like this lives in my backpack at all times. For somebody with a bad memory like myself, it has been game changing. So for somebody else, I can imagine this being great for class, lectures, work meetings, therapy. If you have therapy, you can use this to get summaries of what you discussed, so you can kind of look back at that and use it in your everyday life. Like this thing is just so good. Now, next up is something that's kind of new to the backpack for me. This is actually there's one of those utility pens that have all kinds of like features built into it. I've had one of these in the past, but not one as useful, I guess, as this. So this is basically like your standard pen. You can go ahead and write with it, but you see it's got like this built-in ruler. So if you need to measure anything really quick and you're like, oh dang, I need a ruler, boom, you got it right in your pen. It actually has a built-in level, which is way more useful than you would think, at least for me. It's super useful if we're working on a set or something. I used it to make sure the tripod was leveled just earlier today. So having that built-in level is nice. You've got a bottle opener also, so you can pop open a bottle. This is an LED light, so it's like an LED flashlight. You can use that if you're in the dark. But what's also cool is that you can pop this thing open and you've got like a little stylus piece. So if you're somebody with like a tablet or something, or you just want to use it with your phone, you can go ahead and use this. It's a built-in stylus. We're all familiar. Beyond that, you can open it up even more and you've got like a little Phillips screwdriver. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
You got a Phillips screwdriver and you can pop it out and you get a flathead too. So you get both of those built right into this. It's just insane. Like, I'm somebody who likes to be really prepared, and there's no way you don't feel prepared with something like this. And I believe it comes with 2 different pens. The other one has like the stylus at the top and I think like another screwdriver or something. But this thing like does it all. Like, this is, why do you want a regular pen? This thing is amazing. And there are some that also have like a glass breaking point at the top. So if you're ever in an emergency situation, maybe, you know, maybe you're in a sketchy Uber, they're not trying to let you out, you can literally take the pen, pop the glass of the back seat and jump out. Who knows, it could save a life. But these things add so much usefulness to just like your everyday pen. Now, these I also carry around with me all the time. I'm not gonna go too deep into them because I've been talking about them a lot lately, and Gene will probably kill me if I do it again. But I've always gotta have like a camera on me. And the 3 are the Ray-Ban Metas, the Insta360 X5, and my Fujifilm, which I left at home because we just came from a birthday party. But I do a lot of kids' birthday parties in my life now. That's where I am. So content capture is still really important for me outside of work. So those 3 are my go-tos. Like, I always have at least one of them everywhere I go. And you guys know it, I gotta have a portable charger on me. This obviously is not gonna go in my pocket unless my phone is dying and I'm going somewhere, then it's in my pocket. But it at least always lives in my backpack or my car if I don't have my backpack with me. I have one of these near me at all times. This is the Anker laptop charger. This one has built-in USB-C cables, screen, all the good stuff. This is the stuff that I literally take everywhere. Like, no matter what, these are coming with me. You're always gonna find these on me. And that's it. I think it's the first time I've done like an everyday carry. I've done like gadget backpacks where it's like, you know, all the tech I could possibly want with me. But this is the stuff that is literally always with me. But that about wraps it up for this video, you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you want any of these, I'll have them linked down below in the description. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace. I'm gonna get you a flashlight, Gene.
Yeah.
I'll change your life. It'll change your life.
What? You're not giving me anything else?
This guy.